you wait before you demand the best for yourself? That question was posed by Epictetus, the slave-turned-philosopher. In his work, The Discourses, he wasn't asking about your career or your gym routine. He was asking about your soul, your character, your very essence.
And that is the question you must ask yourself today. How long will you wait before you demand the best for yourself, instead of begging for scraps of attention from someone who is unsure of you? The pain you feel, the anxiety, the desperation, the chasing, is not a modern phenomenon. The Stoics called this pathos, a destructive, unhealthy passion that clouds judgment. It is the stormy sea, and you are a ship without a rudder, being tossed by waves you cannot control. Today, we will not learn tricks. We will engineer a rudder. We will forge an anchor. We will use the unyielding principles of Stoic philosophy to transform you from a man chasing a woman into a man a woman cannot help but be drawn to. This is not about manipulation. This is about metamorphosis. The foundation, the dichotomy of control. Before we build, we must lay the foundation. All of Stoicism rests on one simple, yet devastatingly powerful idea from Epictetus's Enchiridion.
Some things are within our power, while others are not. Within our power, our opinion, motivation, desire, aversion, and, in a word, whatever is of our own doing. Not within our power are our body, our property, our reputation, our office, and, in a word, whatever is not of our own doing.
Let us be brutally honest. Her feelings, her decisions, her past, her mood today, these are external. They are outside the fortress of your control. They are the weather. You do not command the storm, you merely build a sturdy shelter. When you chase her, you are a man standing in the rain, shaking his fist at the clouds, begging for sunshine. You look powerless, you feel powerless. The first and most profound shift is to turn your gaze inward. Your values, your actions, your integrity, your pursuit of excellence, your reaction to hardship, these are internal. These are your domain. This is your fortress. The moment you stop trying to control the storm and start fortifying your shelter, you undergo a fundamental change in energy. You become calm. You become centered. You become a refuge. And that is the most potent attraction trigger known to man.
The 4 pillars of Stoic attraction. Pillar 1. The withdrawal of assent, your emotional pullback. In Stoic psychology, we give assent to our impressions. If the impression is, she is ignoring me, therefore I am worthless, and you assent to it, you are plunged into despair. The Stoic pullback is not a game of phone tag. It is the conscious withdrawal of assent from the destructive narratives in your mind. It is the practice of apatheia. Not apathy, but a state of clarity, free from the turbulent passions that hijack your logic. Seneca, in his Moral Letters to Lucilius, writes, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." You are not suffering from her silence. You are suffering from the story you are telling yourself about her silence. The practice. When the impulse to double text, to confess, to plead arises, you pause. You interrogate the impression. Is this within my control? The answer is no. You then consciously choose an action that reinforces your internal control. Go for a run. Open a book on Roman history. Work on your craft. This is not ignoring her. It is choosing yourself. You are demonstrating that your sense of self-worth is not a prize she can withhold. This creates a vacuum of certainty. She is no longer the sun you orbit. This triggers a deep psychological fear of loss, yes, but more importantly, it commands a profound respect. Pillar 2. Living in accordance with nature. The authentic cognitive dissonance. Every human being has a daimon, a divine spark, a unique potential. To live in accordance with nature is to live in harmony with your own true self. Marcus Aurelius meditated on this, saying, "Stand upright, not be held upright." Most men, when they like a woman, contort themselves into a shape they think she desires. They hide their love for philosophy, their quirky humor, their ambitious dreams, fearing it will be too much. They become a hollow statue, pleasing to the eye, but empty inside. The most powerful cognitive dissonance you can create is to shatter that hollow statue and reveal the living, breathing, complex man within. The practice. This is not about one grand reveal. It is a consistent, quiet integrity. Speak your true opinions, even if they are unpopular. Pursue your unsexy passions with fervor. Tell the joke you think is too smart. As Seneca advised, wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness. Be kind, but not to win points. Be kind because it is your nature.
When she sees the passionate, complex, principled man contradict the simple, placid man she thought you were, her mind must recalibrate. She is forced to see you not as a satellite, but as a sun in your own right. This is not a trick. It is the simple, staggering power of authenticity. Pillar 3. The cosmopolitan duty. The triangle of social virtue. Stoics were the first cosmopolitans, citizens of the world. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What brings no benefit to the hive brings none to the bee." A man's value is tied to his contribution to the human community. Sitting alone, obsessing over one person, is the antithesis of this. It makes you a drain on the hive, a bee fixated on a single flower that has rejected it. The triangle is not about manufacturing jealousy. It is about fulfilling your Stoic duty to engage with the polis, the city of man. It is about building a life so rich in connection and contribution that no single person can be its sole source of light. The practice. Do not get a hobby to seem interesting. Join a cause you believe in. Volunteer. Mentor someone. Immerse yourself in a community of passionate people. A hiking group, a debate club, a coding workshop. Engage with other women, not as potential mates, but as fellow human beings, appreciating their minds and spirits. When she sees you are a man embedded in the world, a man who is valued and needed by your community, your value is no longer a question she gets to arbitrate. It is an objective fact. You have created a social reality where you are the center of your own vibrant world, and she now has to decide if she wants to join you in it. You have made her compete, not with another woman, but with the entirety of your meaningful life. Pillar 4. The discipline of action. Strategic attention straying. The final pillar is about your actions in the world. The Stoics believed in performing your duty with excellence, but with a reservation clause, detachment from the outcome. When you are with her, your duty is to be present, engaging, and virtuous. But if you are pouring 100% of your attention onto her, you are not detached from the outcome. You are desperate for it. You are seeking validation. The practice of attention straying is the physical manifestation of this detachment. It is not rudeness. It is the quiet confidence of a man who has a world to manage. Be fully present with her, but when your phone rings with a call from your business partner or your family, you excuse yourself and take it. You are demonstrating that your responsibilities matter. Be engaged in your conversation, but if you see a friend across the room, you acknowledge them warmly. You are demonstrating that your social bonds matter. Be interested in her, but maintain the inner stillness to also be interested in the art on the wall, the music in the room, the ideas in your own head. You are demonstrating that your inner world matters. You are not a spotlight focused on a single actor. You are the director, aware of the entire production. This disciplined allocation of attention shows a mind that cannot be wholly consumed by any one external. It is the mark of a sovereign individual. So, we return to the beginning, to the heartbeat, to the stone eyes of the emperor. This is not a how-to. This is a how to be. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts, wrote Marcus Aurelius. Stop dyeing your soul with the color of her approval. Dye it with the virtues of courage, justice,
temperance, and wisdom. Be the man who has withdrawn his emotional assent from chaos. Be the man who lives in unshakable accordance with his own nature. Be the man who fulfills his duty to the human hive. Be the man whose attention is a gift, given by a sovereign mind. Stop chasing her. Become the rock she chooses to anchor to. And you will find that the women who are worthy of the man you have become will not pull away. They will rush towards the shelter you provide, drawn by the magnetic force of a soul that has demanded and achieved the best for itself.